The great mountain was quiet. Zeus, king of all gods, opened his eyes. Sunlight bright and gold touched his face. It was a new day on Mount Olympus. He stretched his powerful arms wide. The air was thin and cold here. It always smelled a little like lightning, and sometimes faintly of old stories. He sat up in his enormous bed. The floor was made of cool clouds. Another day to be Zeus. Interesting. Sometimes it felt like a very long play, a play where he knew all the lines, and all the lines of the other actors too. He sighed, a small rumble like distant thunder. Time to see what the world offered today. His golden sandals waited by the bed. His lightning bolt, his favorite toy, leaned nearby. It hummed with a quiet, sleepy power. He didn't pick it up, not yet. First, there were other things, simpler things, like facing his wife, Hera, the queen. She would have thoughts about the new day. Hera always had many, many thoughts. He walked to the window, a vast opening. Below the world of mortals was a green map. So small from up here, so busy. He wondered what they were doing now, probably waking up just like him, but their days were so short, so fast. He watched for a moment, a silent king. Then he turned to face his own long day. The great hall of Olympus was bright. Nectar and ambrosia waited on golden tables, the food of gods. It never changed much. Apollo was already there with his lyre. He played a soft song like morning light. Artemis, his sister, sat quietly, polishing an arrow. She always looked ready for a hunt, even at breakfast in this peaceful hall. Hera entered. Her eyes found Zeus. "Good morning, my king," she said. Her voice was like smooth, cold marble. "Did you sleep well, or were you busy?" Zeus smiled, a small, careful smile. "I slept like a stone, my dear queen." She just looked at him. Hera knew things. It was part of her particular magic. Hermes, the messenger god, arrived in a flash. He was always fast, always full of news. "Good morning, King Zeus. Good morning, all." He bowed quickly, a grin on his face. "A message from the sea. Poseidon is grumpy. His trident has a bit of kelp stuck on it, and a nymph has lost her favorite pearl. Divine problems, always interesting problems." Athena, goddess of wisdom, joined them. She nodded to Zeus, her eyes thoughtful. "Father, a new city in the mortal world. They're asking for a patron god." Zeus listened. He ate his ambrosia. So many requests, so many needs. He looked at Hera. She was watching him. Another day indeed had truly begun. Zeus sat on his high throne. It was made of polished storm clouds and starlight. From here he could see everything. Almost. The world of mortals turned slowly below. So many lives like tiny sparks of fire, each one wanting something, needing something. His job was to listen, and sometimes to act. Being king was more than just lightning bolts. Today, the farmers in Thessaly needed rain. Their fields were dry, their prayers were loud. Zeus looked down. He saw their worried faces. He picked a dark, heavy cloud from the sky. He squeezed it gently with his mind. Rain began to fall on the thirsty land. A small smile touched his lips. Good. But then a sailor prayed for clear skies. The prayers came like a rushing river. So many voices, so many hopes, so many fears. "Zeus, help me find my lost sheep. Zeus, make my enemy stumble and fall. Zeus, please let her love me back." He listened to them all, or most of them. It was like listening to a million tiny songs, all playing at the very same time. Sometimes he answered, sometimes he did not. How to choose? It was a heavy thing. A god's choice could change a life, or end one, or start a war. He sent a small breeze to help a ship. He ignored a merchant's greedy wish. He made a note to check on a brave soldier. The work of a god was never simple. Never. A tiny prayer tickled his ear, very soft. It came from a little girl. In a small village, she was not asking for gold or power. She had lost her wooden doll. Her best friend, her only friend, she whispered. She promised Zeus her share of honey cakes. If only he could help her find it. Zeus leaned forward on his throne. Interesting. He looked down. He saw the girl. She was crying near an old olive tree. He saw the doll, too. It was under a bush, hidden by leaves, easy to miss. Zeus smiled, a very small, gentle smile. He sent a tiny whisper of wind. It rustled the leaves on that one bush. The girl looked. Her eyes went wide. Joy! The girl hugged her doll. She laughed. She remembered her promise she would save cakes. Zeus felt a warmth, a small, pleasant thing. It was not like the power of a storm, it was quieter, but it was good. He did not really need honey cakes, but he liked promises kept from gods or mortals. It showed character. He appreciated that. The sun began to set over Olympus. The sky turned purple and orange. Beautiful. The other gods were retiring for the evening. Another day was ending. Or for him, pausing. He, Zeus, did not really sleep like mortals. He watched the stars come out, old friends. They had seen so much, just like him. Being a god was a long, long story, forever.